Chelsea Modlin is here from the PRWCA. What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you guys?
Did you just call her man?
Yeah, what's up, man? I do that all the time. Is that appropriate or is that
I'm
offending?
okay with that.
Okay.
No, it does not offend me. In today's society, I'm okay with it. People might be offended now. So
All right,
I'm
dude.
okay.
Why does everybody have to be offended?
I don't know.
All right, dude.
It's a lot.
I'm offended you call her dude. Do you have a boyfriend, married? What's the story? What's your story?
I have a boyfriend. Yes.
So Jeff's driving home yesterday, and he sees this couple on the side of the road.
It wasn't us.
Are you sure?
I actually didn't see him after work yesterday.
Oh, okay.
So yeah,
I was
it
going to
wasn't
say, you
us.
didn't even know what they were doing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What were we doing?
They were outside the car.
Okay.
All right. And she was bent down.
Oh.
And he was standing behind her, watching her change a tire.
There you go.
There's the rub. But he was watching her change the tire. So,
I'm impressed. I mean, I like a girl that can change a tire. That's awesome.
Do you know how to change a tire?
That's actually one of the only things I don't know how to do on a car.
Oh.
But you could probably figure it out, right?
Yeah, you got like the lug nuts that you got to undo. You get
What's the first thing you think you do?
grab the like little thing to boost the car up.
The jack?
The jack.
Yeah,
You
she's doing
jack
she's doing the jack motion.
You get that out of the back of the car, jack
Right.
up the car,
Right,
and
right.
then undo the lug nuts.
You loosen the lug nuts first, actually.
Yeah.
Because when the tire's down, that's when you want because if it was up in the air, it would spin.
Yeah.
And it would
there
be
you
working
go.
against yourself.
Loosen up the
Yeah.
Oh
nuts.
yeah,
So
that
you
would
want
be
to
bad.
loosen them at least.
Loosen them first, then
Jack
the
it up.
jack.
Yeah, but you're right there. See, you could do it.
You're in the wheel.
I can
house.
change the indicator light, so I could do that.
What's the indicator light?
Like when your your light goes out for the indicator.
In the dash?
No, like when the actual light on the car.
Oh, the turn signal light.
Yes.
Oh,
And
okay.
I've replaced that.
I've
by
never heard it
myself.
called an indicator light before, but that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm probably saying it wrong.
No, you're probably saying it right.
Indicator light on the back of the car.
All right.
Yeah, I've changed that myself.
Actually, I think you're saying it wrong now that I think about it.
I honestly am.
And we're not here
Is it-
trying to
is it-
embarrass you or make you
I'm
fun
not
of you
embarrassed.
for
Turn
saying
signal.
something
Your
wrong.
turn signal light.
Yeah, there you go.
The turn
We were just
signal.
curious if your car got a flat tire and you were with your boyfriend, would he just jump? Do you think he knows how to change a tire?
Yeah, he does.
He does for sure.
Yeah.
And is there anything that would be considered manly that you are better at doing than
Who
your
I hope he's listening right now.
than your boyfriend?
I think I'm more athletic than him, which he probably will kill me for saying tonight. I'm more athletic.
Tonight.
Like, what does that mean, athletic? Like, if you went on a hike, you would be, you would leave him in the dust, running, swimming.
All of the
she's
above.
she's nodding her head. Yes.
Yeah. Well, you
For
used
those
to
of you
work
that
out at
can't
the
see
Lake
her.
Nacimiento, right? The parks
so
department.
So I grew up, wakeboarding and water skiing, and my family's really, really outdoorsy.
Right.
So snow skiing and snowboarding. And so when we started dating, we started taking him on all of our family trips. And I wasn't going to date someone that doesn't know how to wakeboard or snow ski. And it's kind of like, if you can't do it, get out. And so
Wow.
luckily he learned, and now he is an awesome.
Oh, so you gave him a
skier.
shot. You're like, I realize you're pathetic and can't do any of these things, but I'm not just going to dump you yet. I'm going to give you a shot to prove yourself.
You've got
lot of
one
pressure.
chance to do it.
Wow,
And
that's a lot of pressure.
I am very impressed that how
I've wakeboarded 3 times. Is that how you say it? Wakeboarded?
wakeboarding. Yeah.
Wakeboarded.
You've
wakeboarding.
You've rode.
rode.
I've rode the wakeboard.
You've rode 3 times.
I tried. I got up the first time. I did great. And then I got up again. And then the third time, my arms were getting very tired. And I just
a
couldn't get
workout.
back up again. And so, yeah, you would have dumped me like
Yeah,
that.
there's no
Like,
fat
you would have been like,
asses
you're a
there.
loser. I cannot even associate with you, let alone date you.
Brett writes in and he says that killing insects and spiders.
Ooh, that's another thing. He's really afraid of snakes,
Yeah.
and I'm not. And I'm not really afraid of I'm not afraid of spiders or insects or
Yeah.
that kind
and
of
he
stuff.
is. And he is.
He's a little squeamish. So we actually did rattlesnake training or avoidance training with our dog. And he's really afraid of snakes. And I kind of have a theory about guys around in their 30s to 40s and how they're more afraid of snakes than other ages. And it's because of Indiana Jones.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
I have this whole theory.
Yeah.
And
well, we're in our early 40s. And yeah, Temple of Doom, was it?
I think It is the worst possible thing in the world to be afraid of any of those spiders, any snakes. Or
Well, I mean, I'm not excited about killing a spider, especially if it's a big one.
If you're going to go bah! And run away, then it's like the spider wins or the snake wins. You need to be proactive and get in there. And like the other day, there was a black widow right above our doorway, and I could have like sat there and made a big deal about it. While my kids are standing underneath it, or I could just grab something.
You're a hero, is what you are.
Ground and reach up and then smash it.
You saved your kids' lives. Yeah.
I mean, it's like I
bothers
never
me more.
understood a guy that is afraid of bugs and spiders.
It bothers me more to think about if I don't kill that spider, where he's going to run off to, and I can't see him anymore.
Yeah,
than anything else.
That's true.
That's such
Where's
a pain.
he going to be?
Like if you don't get him,
But if
and that's
Charlene,
the thing, you got to make sure that you get him.
If Charlene said, "I'll kill it," I'm like, oh, "Yeah, go right ahead. You can kill it."
I think it's the same. All
right.
But I will say this: my wife is better at me than she's better at me than at riding a 4-wheeler. Because she grew up on a ranch. So her favorite thing to do is...
That would bother me if my wife was better at riding a 4-wheeler than me.
Her favorite thing to do is... And I grew up in the city.
It's really called an ATV now, Jeff.
So we go up to her ranch where she grew up. She's like, "You want to take the kids on a ride on the 4-wheeler?" I'm like, "No."
But you can.
Wait a second. She just trusted you to do this?
No.
And she didn't even ask you if you could even do it?
That's the thing. It's a test. She's testing me. She's testing me to see if I give the proper response. And in this case, it is no, because I don't even trust myself on a 4-wheeler, let alone a 3-year-old or a 4-year-old.
Wow, that's pretty good. That is definitely more manly thing to do, I think.
Oh, yeah. But listen, that's something I'm just going to have to wave the white flag for.
Men and women ride these things, but I would just think that a guy would know how. I mean, I rode my first ATV at like 4.
I do not.
No, probably 5.
But you also grew up in the sticks. I did not grow up in the sticks.
Yeah, grew up by the airport.
It's all about how you were raised and what you grew up doing. Like, yeah.
What did you do as a kid?
What did you do?
Play in the yard. What little yard we had.
Ride some bikes.
Yeah,
training
rode
wheels.
bikes on the bike trail.
You'd probably be better at picking out a hooker because they used to walk the strip there by SeaTac than I would. Because you probably grew up around that.
I know which ones are undercover and which ones are appropriate. Yes.
All right, this is a nice conversation. 543-3693. What are you more manly at? Is that
what manly things is your lady better than you at? Or if you're a lady that is better than your man at doing a manly thing like riding a 4-wheeler or wakeboarding, or killing spiders.
So Josh just writes
picking up dog poop. That's what Jeremy's wife is better at.
I mean, I'll do it, but it makes me gag. I can't. We just got a new puppy. It's the worst smell.
What do you think your neighbors think when you're out there gagging, picking up?
They can't
dog poop?
see me. We have a confined area.
Is this your first dog?
No. No.
What? And you're still gagging? I feel like you get used to it.
Yeah, you become desensitized over time.
It stinks, man. Josh says you're right. He says what we call turn signals used to be called turn indicator lights.
Turn indicator lights.
So you just stay right there.
I guess you're good at manly terms there, Chelsea. Mark wants to win tickets. Would you consider ironing? Would ironing be a
a life skill?
My dad does all of the ironing.
Really?
Because my mom hates ironing.
Yeah, my wife won't iron it. She does. She washes my clothes, but she will not iron my shirts.
But I love ironing.
Mark is about to get married. So maybe we should pull Mark up here. Mark.
Yo.
If you were to iron a shirt, walk through the steps of how you would iron the shirt. Because we went to...
Do you know how to iron, Mark?
I don't often iron shirts.
We went to the artofmanliness.com and we tried to figure out and we want to just make sure that you're marriage ready material. We don't know.
Okay, this is what we got.
First of all, if you guys needed a shirt ironed, would it be you or Heather that would do the job?
It would probably be her, but if you want the manly way, I can give that.
Okay,
so let's hear it.
So first, if you're a man, you don't have an ironing board, so you just get a towel and you put it on a table.
Yes.
Okay.
And then you get your shirt and you warm up your iron. And the iron, whatever it's set at, that's what you're leaving it at, because you really don't know what is what.
Real men warm up their irons in the fire. They just throw it right in.
Set to still.
Yeah. You get it hot, and to make sure it's hot, you touch it with your hand. Burn your hand a little bit.
No, you got to lick your finger and then touch it because it goes tss. Makes a
We're
sizzle
talking the
noise.
manly way, not the Jeremy way. and
Makes a cool sizzle
Let me
noise.
guess.
I just want to give him the tickets already.
Let me guess, Mark. You can pick up dog poop without throwing up, right?
I don't throw up, I gag. All right, it's a gag reflex. I can't help it. I gag.
yeah.
Okay, then
But
continue.
so we're ironing. We're ironing.
Yes. Okay.
And
here we go.
we're watching TV while we're ironing. So we get caught with the TV. So we leave the iron in a spot for too long, and you get worried if you burn it. But then you move it real quick, and then you forget what you were doing, and you just do it as fast as you can, and then you run out the door. That's how you do it.
Yeah. That's how, you know what? That's how most men would iron. That describes exactly how I iron. And I'm always afraid that it's getting too hot. So then towards the end, because it heats up over time, right? So as you're getting to the end of the thing, you're like running it over super quick and you do a shoddy job. And
Exactly.
I swear, my shirts, when I'm done ironing.
Yeah, you definitely don't know how to iron because your shirts do not look ironed, Jeff.
Look worse than they did in the beginning because there's these weird creases in them, and they are more pronounced than just going out with a wrinkled shirt.
Okay, I'm gonna give you guys a tip then.
Okay.
So I cannot stand wrinkly clothes. Like I quote unquote iron because I don't actually iron, like 3 to 4 times a week. So what I do is I use the iron as a steamer. So I put it on like the cotton setting so the steam is like full blast.
Right.
The shirt's hanging. I put on the shower rod because it's most convenient,
Right.
and then I full on just
Steam it.
And use it as a steamer and just move it. Takes like 30
And
seconds.
this gets the wrinkles out.
It gets the wrinkles out. It is wonderful.
Wow, I did. Okay, that's
Try
a great
it.
tip.
Yeah, everyone should try it.
I bought one of those stupid steamers at Costco like 4 years ago. It's this big contraption. It's got this thing on it. You got to put distilled water in it, and it's a pain in the ass.
is.
But the
I
steam
don't-
doesn't come out as good as it does in an
I
iron.
do not use my steamer. I use my iron as the steamer.
I love that idea.
It's game changer, guys.
All right, Mark. Well, I like the way you iron a shirt. So
See, I think if a real man doesn't even iron, he just buys those new wrinkle-free shirts. That's what I have on.
Or they have the wrinkle spray.
or a setting on the dryer.
Oh yeah,
There you go.
No, seriously.
You got a new dryer.
If I try to get wrinkles out of, there is a wrinkle release setting on my new dryer, which is amazing. But what I used to do when I had the old school dryer is I would take a washcloth. I would get the washcloth wet, throw it in with my shirt on the highest heat setting that you had, and hope that would steam it. But it'd still come out.
Did it work?
No, no, never.
Kyle says high heat the dryer.
High heat the dryer?
No, it just use a lot of high heat.
Yeah, I've tried.
And stuff shrinks.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh,
That's
see,
true.
Kyle, you're dumb, dude. Shut up. You're texting him with these
I don't know.
dumb ideas.
I think it's more
Chelsea
manly.
will tell you.
I think it's more manly not to know how to iron. Like, I think if I were to tell my wife that,
No, I don't think so.
I'll iron that shirt for you, she'd be like, really? You know how to iron a shirt? She'd be like disappointed because I know how to iron a shirt.
But more guys need stuff ironed than women do. Because
Absolutely.
if you wear a dress
Yeah,
shirt
no,
or a
you're
shirt
right.
with a collar,
I absolutely think guys need to. And growing up, my dad was the ironer. Like, my mom cannot stand ironing, so he would iron everything. Like, iron for my mom, iron for, my sister.
did he
and
teach you
I.
this steam trick?
No, that was actually me being lazy and not wanting to pull out my ironing board and realizing this is really smart. Why doesn't everyone do this?
I know, it's a good idea. All right,
Mark-
man, you got 2 tickets to go to Wine Fest.
You take it, Heather.
Yeah.
You take it, Heather, right?
Oh, yeah.
You guys plan on having
I'll
kids?
iron my shirt, too.
Thank you.
Hey, enjoy this because I guess planning on having kids after you get married?
Don't know yet.
That's
Okay.
Not
awesome.
anytime
Don't pressure
soon,
him.
hopefully.
If you do, then you're gonna,
Just know that this
You're
will be
gonna
the
look-
last thing you ever do
yeah,
with her
Exactly.
with
Yeah,
alcohol.
this is my last,
You'll look
Wine
back
Fest
on
ever.
that time that you won the tickets from the radio station, and you'll be like, "Wow, those were good times."
What's the lineup for this year? How's it going to go down? What do you got? What do you got going on?
Okay, so we start out Thursday with the winemaker dinners. So we have one at the Hatch, one at Thomas Hill Organic. The Hatch is sold out, unfortunately, but we do have a few seats available at Thomas Hill Organics. 4-course meal, typical winemaker dinner. You're going to have a winemaker at each table. Really, fun, cool event.
This includes the wine.
Oh, yeah. This
Okay.
includes the wine.
So you get the meal and you get the wine with how many different wines do you get, or how many different winemakers are going to be there?
There's me 6.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you at least got 6 different wines.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe a few more.
It'd be delicious.
All right, and then what's Friday? Do you do that thing in the park?
Yeah, so Friday is our reserve event. So a little bit more intimate than Saturday's grand tasting. And what's really cool about Friday is
This would be great for you, Jeff, because
Yes.
I've been to this one. There's not nearly the people. So if you don't like a lot of people, This is
This is the one. If you're not a people person, then
do they bring the Reserve, the higher end stuff out on the Friday night too?
They do. So Reserve, Library, even Future Wine. So they'll bring it like out of the barrel and pour it for you. And it's the winemakers or the owners that are pouring. So really cool if you actually want to talk to the owners and winemakers and see what's going on with the wine. You can for that event. There's 15 food vendors that are going to be there, which is really exciting. So you get a little grub while you're tasting the wines. And then with Saturday, we have our grand tasting. So, big event in the park, 73 different wineries. We have 12 food vendors, 2 bands. So we have the Money Band coming down from Monterey on the grandstand. And then we have Guitar Circus on the gazebo stage.
Matt Cross, still the entertainer of the year, according to Slow New Times, at least for another couple of weeks until they announce the new. And
so we have the entertainer of the year going to be at Wine Fest.
There you go. See, there you go. That's not bad.
Do they make their announcement after the wine festival?
I don't know when they make it. It's coming up soon though.
But we can say that right now.
Well, as of right now, you have the entertainer of the year.
Yeah.
But what if they release on Thursday before Wine Festival and he doesn't get entertainer of the year?
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, you're going to have to run a what do they call that in the newspaper business? A correction?
Well, no, what you'll have to do is you'll have to just cut his fee in half. You'll be like, well,
sorry, you didn't win. That's awkward.
When we booked you, you were the entertainer of the year, but now...
he could probably beat you up with his pinky, right? So.
I know that.
All right, so then Guitar Circus, and what else?
Guitar Circus, and then kind of new this year, we actually started it last year, we're bringing in vendors, artisan vendors. So we have people that are making really cool stuff out of the wine barrels. So, clocks and...
sure, yeah.
Yeah, all of that fun stuff. Few jewelry vendors, a candle vendor, kind of good little shop around.
Okay, so
yes.
Plus, don't forget all the wine, sangria.
Because you're a member of the Wine Country Alliance.
Oh,
you're a worker at the Wine Country Alliance.
I'm a worker.
I was in the El Pollo.
She's a worker. What is that? She's a worker. Like a bee? Like a worker bee?
I prefer the marketing manager, but I'm a worker.
She's the hired help.
She's a director, Jeff. Show some respect.
I was in the drive-thru at El Pollo Loco the other day.
Yes.
And they have prominently displayed.
They do.
On their drive-thru window, member of the Paso Wine Alliance.
They are very proud.
And I'm like, wait, how? But then I look and see that they're one of the culinary participants at this year's wine festival.
They are, and that's not even new for this year. They've had it year after year in their little drive-through window. They've been a member of the Paso Wine Country Alliance.
Do they serve wine at El Pollo Loco?
No, they don't. But you can be an associate member or a hospitality member.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
So they're a hospitality member of ours and have been for years.
The finest chicken fajito burrito I've ever tasted in my life, and you just pull up to a window and they give it to you.
So the food at the event, you're going to have Pollo Loco there?
El Pollo Loco will be there.
Okay. Who else? And there's soul.
There's going to be more. So we have Old Slow Barbecue. So coming up from San Luis Obispo, they're always delicious and one of my favorites.
Great tri-tip sandwich.
Oh, yeah. So that will be there. We have Thomas Hill Organics. They're going to be doing a little something. We have Twisted and Glazed for the sweet tooth if you want a little donut to go with the wine.
Gotcha.
We have Scotty's Barbecue, so more barbecue. We have, who else? So Blue Moon, Southern Western Grill.
Next Door Bistro.
Thank you.
Leo Gelato.
You have it pulled up.
So you can go to PasoWine.com.
PasoWine.com has all of the information on every single vendor that's going to be there, all of the wineries. If you want to look like who is my favorite winery going to be there, you can go there.
If you haven't been, you should do it. It's a lot of fun, man. I tell you, that was kind of my initiation to this area.
It's a blast.
It was right after we moved here. I remember we were playing softball, and I was running to first base, and I pulled. What was that muscle that I pulled? I always forget. You pulled it too.
The hamstring?
Is it the ham? Yeah. No, it wasn't the hamstring.
Was it in your thigh?
It was a tendon. No, it was in my leg. You pulled it when you were walking up the airplane.
Your calf. You popped your calf.
I popped my calf. Anyways. I was in a lot of pain.
We're not very.
And I realized the first thing you should do when you're in a lot of pain is go to a festival that has a lot of wine, and it makes you feel better. So, yeah. And then it's been a hit ever since. So, PasoWine.com. Congratulations to, was it Mike that won? So
Mark.
And
we'll see you there with your ironed shirt.
Yeah.
Mark.
Yes.
Mark, you better.
I will hunt you down if it's not
He's
ironed.
the one that will have the burn stains on the shirt.
Good morning.
Jeff and Jeremy in the morning on 93.3 KZOZ.